My Google Ads agency over the last handful of years has done over 100 million in tracked revenue through Google Shopping and Performance Max. We work with brands like Florence London, Masons of Yorkshire, Jax Bones, and a ton of others. And so in today's video, the topic is going to be 5 different ways to optimize your shopping campaigns with the goal of getting you more sales, a better ROAS, and a lower cost per acquisition. Let's get into this. So number 1 is product segmentation. The biggest mistake that brands make is they just dump everything into one campaign. They've got top sellers, seasonal products, clearance products, poor performing products, all sharing that same budget. It just makes no sense. A product that sells every single day should not be treated the same way as a product that never sells over a 90-day period. So we want to start splitting into categories. We want to do top sellers, worst sellers, seasonal products, clearance products. Each should have their own campaign, their own budget, their own goal. Top sellers will usually get more budget because they've proven they can sell. Worst sellers need to be controlled because they will just quietly eat through budget and destroy your ROAS. Seasonal products or clearance products, they may need a completely different goal. Maybe you push harder on them at certain times, or you're happy to expect a lower ROAS just to shift the stock. Main point here is that every product needs to be treated in a slightly different way. So before you start touching bids or settings, you need to ask yourself which products are generating sales, which products are eating into budget, and are your best products getting enough budget to grow? So the second thing to look at is product titles. Shopping does not work like normal search. You're not choosing keywords in the same way. Google uses your product feed to understand what you sell, and product titles are the sort of biggest signal for that, right? So a weak title could be Hoka Clifton's, but a better title could be Hoka Clifton men's mesh running shoes, black, size 11 or something. People might be searching for Hoka running shoes, men's Hoka running shoes, Hoka Clifton running shoes, size 11 running shoes, maybe even black running shoes, right? But a better title gives you more to match against. So you've got brand, you've got model, you've got product type, you've got material, color, size. The clearer you are to Google, the clearer for the customer, the better chance you have of being in the right searches. And you don't need to be like rewriting the entire feed here. Just choose your top 10 to 20 products that are already getting spend. And for each title, you want to be asking yourself, does it explain what the product is? Does it include the product type? Does it include some details that people might search for? And the goal is to give Google enough information to match your products to relevant, high quality searches. It's also like worth adding stuff like product reviews in Merchant Center, so you can connect up like Trustpilot, reviews.io, like Judge Me or whatever you use, and adding that in as well will help massively with improving click-through rates and stuff. It's a pretty simple trick, but like there's literally evidence on improving click-through rates through adding reviews, right? Would you click on the tile that's got 100 5-star reviews, or would you click on the tile with no reviews, right? Your eyes would point towards that social proof, and so make sure you add reviews as well, just as a bit of a side tip. So tip number 3 is to check your search terms. I know I've gone through this a ton, right? It's super boring, but search terms are the easiest way to find wasted spend. Search terms will show you what people typed in before your ads appeared. And so you're just looking for obvious rubbish. You're looking for irrelevant terms, terms with no buying intent, terms with no commercial intent, searches that have nothing to do with what you sell. And then you're just adding them as negatives in the account because there is absolutely no reason to pay for clicks that are just never gonna convert. And then another thing that you can use search terms for is to just look for useful patterns, right? Like repeated phrases around your best performing products. They might give you ideas for like product titles, collection pages, potentially new landing pages, and maybe a search campaign later on. It shows you what people are searching for, right? So use that information wisely. It's very valuable. So tip number 4, and I think this is like the most important tip, to be honest with you, is to make sure that your offer, your deal to the customer is actually competitive, because most of the time, like Google Ads is not actually the problem. It might be landing pages, it might be offer, but shopping will struggle a lot if your offer isn't competitive. Like search relies on you being competitive, right? So if we use the Hoka example, if 5 different retailers sell Hoka running shoes and we were to compare them instantly when we made a search, we're looking at things like price, delivery, total cost. So for example, like you sell trainers for £140 plus £5 delivery, but your competitor sells them for £130 plus free delivery. As a much more competitive offer, which means they'll usually win more auctions, get more clicks, a better conversion rate, and they'll be in position 1 in those shopping tiles a lot more regularly, more than likely than you will. And so so you need to be asking yourself, is our offer competitive on price? Are we competitive when we factor in delivery as well? Are your competitors running promotions and stuff? Because if they are, you might find that impressions skyrocket one week and then they drop another week, and performance is quite erratic because you are going from being competitive to not competitive all in the same month, right? And so things that you can do to combat that is, again, run your own promos, try and improve your costs from the customer. Like, can you reduce your shipping costs? Can you reduce your costs on the product itself? Can you get better terms with your suppliers and stuff? You need to be trying to bring down your product cost as much as possible to stay as competitive as possible in these auctions. And tip number 5, and this is the final one here for today, is to diagnose bottlenecks. So don't randomly change bids and budget and settings. Work out what the problem is. Look at the funnel in stages. So stage 1, are your products getting impressions? If they're not, then it's likely a visibility problem. Could there be some products that are disapproved, some weak titles that are meaning that you're not showing in auctions, low bids, poor rank, low demand potentially? And then you've got stage 2, which is impressions but no clicks. That usually means you've got a click-through rate problem. People are finding your products, but they're just choosing not to click on them. So it could be price, it could be delivery, it could be promotions, it could be that you've got no reviews and poorly structured titles potentially. And stage 3 is clicks but no sales, right? You could have a traffic quality problem in this case. So I would probably check search terms. Are clicks coming from relevant traffic, high quality traffic? If they are, then I'd check product pages. Like, is your offer nice and clean? Have you got delivery terms on your product pages? Are reviews visible? Like, are you building social proof on those pages? Are the pages easy to buy from? And then stage number 4 is people that are adding products to their basket but not checking them out. Then you probably have a checkout problem or a trust issue, right? Shipping costs can be a problem here. Delivery times can be a problem. Payment options, returns, extra fees, anything that makes someone hesitate right at the end is essentially where you're going to find people dropping off, right? So no impressions, fix visibility. Impressions but no clicks, fix listing and offer. Clicks but no sales, fix traffic quality potentially and landing page. Add to cart but no purchases. You need to fix a checkout. You don't want to be guessing here. You need to try and isolate what the issue is and work out what's holding you back and then go away and fix it. So 5 areas to check. First, are your products getting budget? Are your product titles searchable? Are your search terms nice and clean? Is your offer competitive? And then where is the bottleneck in the funnel? And once you know that, optimizing your account becomes a lot easier. You actually stop guessing and you just start fixing the system that is holding you back, essentially. And this is the difference between making a ton of different random changes and actually optimizing towards better performance. And so if you are spending above 4,000 a month on ads right now and you think one of these 5 is holding you back, we do completely free audits for businesses that are spending above 4K a month on ads. We will break down absolutely everything. We'll show you all of the problems that are wrong with your account, how to fix them, and how to get better performance out of your account. And hopefully today was super useful, but I will see you in the next one. And if you want another video to watch, this video here on feed optimizations is super useful and almost the next step to doing this. And so I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.